of the first question,
Yes.
sir. What kind of commitment do you expect from America region to achieve the blueprint of cooperative decade?
Well, we are very excited by the level of enthusiasm that we have seen around the blueprint. And we're excited that members in every region have been using this as a framework for their own planning. And that's ideal because it can't just be an international cooperative alliance blueprint or it will never reach its goals. It has to be something that inspires cooperatives everywhere. Now, they can't just adopt it as their own. They have to adapt it. They have to really apply it to their own regional and country-specific situation. And we're seeing that happen. We're seeing countries around the world translate this into their own languages. We have some 24 languages now that this have been translated into that we put on the website. And our hope is that this becomes not just a launch of a blueprint, but a campaign for the rest of the decade to achieve these very aggressive goals that will raise the visibility and awareness of the cooperative model of enterprise.
And speaking in a global terms, on which of the key themes of Blueprint do you think that have had a progress?
That have had
A progress.
progress. The 5 themes are all equally important and they're connected. We can't really make progress in one without the other. We think they have to move together. So there's participation, sustainability, identity, legal framework, and capital. And we are in the starting stages of initiatives in each of those areas that we will be unveiling in Cape Town, South Africa, November 2nd to 5th, when we have our biannual conference and General Assembly. And we will be, for example, in the area of identity, revealing there a new cooperative mark, which is an emblem, an image that cooperatives around the world, members of ICA and their members, will be able to use to shorthand in one image to the public that they are a cooperative. We also will have there a town hall forum held by a group that we're calling the Blue Ribbon Commission on Cooperative Capital. And these are high-level, world-class thinkers and practitioners in cooperative organizations who understand international finance and economics. And the idea is that we want to hear from members on their experience in accessing growth capital, startup capital. And this group will then assess that and use what they know and what they hear to shape the direction we move with public institutions, with the World Bank, with the IMF, with public financial institutions on accessing financial capital for cooperatives. We have a sustainability scan that we will be releasing in Cape Town, which has been analyzing how cooperatives around the world use sustainability, think of sustainability, their sustainability practices, so that we can determine the extent to which we can claim, as we would like to do, that the cooperative model is the most sustainable model of business, that it inclines by its design towards sustainability. So these are just a few of the areas where we're making some very real initial progress. These all will be just foundational initiatives from which we'll then grow and decide what we need to do in future years to reach that 2020 goal.
That's it, but the last and not the least, one of the themes of regional conference is cooperative legislation. What are the main difficulties of this issue in a global level, and what is your feeling concerning Americas region?
Well, the Americas region has really taken the lead around legislative issues, policy, legal framework issues. There is here the parliamentarian meeting that's occurring, and we have been inspired by that to create a global parliamentarian network within the International Cooperative Alliance that we are in the process of forming. We also, in order to focus our public policy work, are drafting now the outlines of something we're calling Doing Cooperative Business. And this is intended to supplement a very comprehensive report that the World Bank produces every year called Doing Business. The World Bank doesn't look at cooperatives, it looks at small businesses generally, it looks at every country, and it looks at scores of factors on how easy or difficult it is to start up and conduct business in those countries. What we want to do is to focus on a handful of critical factors for cooperatives. For example, does the public policy prohibit cooperatives from working in some sectors like insurance or banking? Are government entities prohibited from contracting with cooperatives? We want to then assess how friendly the environment is in each country toward cooperatives. And we think that this will help us and help our members have more ammunition when they make their case about what is the best practice around the legal framework and policy framework that countries should adopt in order to provide a level playing field for cooperatives.
Once again, Mr. Charles, thank you very much to be with us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. It's a great conference.